VC. Welcome to the Inner Sleeve. I'm your host, DR, and today I have another vinyl review for you. And the album we're reviewing today is this amazing live album by Megadeth. It's Night in Buenos Aires. And this performance occurred on October 9th, 2005 in Buenos Aires, Argentina. And it was released on CD in 2007, I believe. Just came out in vinyl at the end of 2021, early 2022, and it's outstanding. If you guys are Megadeth fans, you don't have this yet, stop the video and go buy it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. It's a really good live album. So we'll take a look at the packaging first and the vinyl, and then we'll go through the track list. We'll talk a little bit about the songs on the album, and then I'll give you my overall ratings for it. So mine is, it's on triple splatter vinyl, purple with black splatter, and vinyl does look pretty cool. So here's the jacket. It's a trifold. Here's the front. Here's the back. Take a look at the inside. Lots of good pictures from the performance. Really an outstanding packaging job. Really like the pictures. Nice quality inner sleeves. Go ahead and take a look at those. So each one has its own unique picture on the cover, and then it has the songs that are on that particular LP. So this is for LP1. This is for LP2. And then the sleeve for LP3. Super high quality packaging, and really they really did a good job with this. The vinyl, so I believe each label for the LP matches the inner sleeve picture, if you will. Kind of a cool colored vinyl. Each one is slightly different, as you would expect with splattered vinyl. I'll show you all three quick. They're not too much different, but each one looks, like I said, a little different. Each one has that different label that matches that inner sleeve picture as well. So they did a really good job with this, at least from a looks perspective. When it comes to the quality of the vinyl from a listening perspective, production is really good on this. And here's the third LP. Production is really good, so there's a lot of surface noise, especially in the quiet parts, which was kind of annoying. Not a lot of quiet parts, but at the beginning of songs and during a couple of the quieter parts. On the inside of the jacket also says who was part of the band at this time. We have Dave Mustaine, obviously, on vocals and guitar. No Megadeth without Dave. Glenn Drover on lead guitar, and his brother Sean Drover on drums. So we had the Drover brothers. And then James McDonough on bass. So there was a lineup from this era. This was right after A System Has Failed comes out, so obviously they were touring that album. I have a lot of notes I took while I was listening to it, so rather than just try to remember all this, I'm going to go off my notes. On the side one, we start out with Blackmail the Universe. Good crowd noise at the beginning. Chant and sing-along parts. Obviously that was off of The System Has Failed, so they start off with one from that album. All in all, they performed, I believe, 4 songs, at least 4 that were on this. There was also 4 unreleased tracks, which we had The Scorpion, which is obviously off of System Has Failed, Train of Consequences, Of Mice and Men, and Sweating Bullets. Did not make it on the CD nor the vinyl, so not sure if they didn't have a good quality recording or what. It's unfortunate because that would have really added to the set. In total, the vinyl has 21 tracks. The CD has 22, which included a Jet intro as track 1, so you're really not missing any songs. So anyways, as I mentioned, Blackmail the Universe, then we go on to Set the World Afire. I did notice that LP1 out of the 3 did not sound as good as the other 2 for me, and at first I was going to rate this lower for sound production, but it got better as we went along. So I didn't really care for the Set the World on Fire performance, or Set the World Afire performance. It had a good ending though. That's obviously off of So Far, So Good, So What. Skin of My Teeth, great crowd sing-along, was the next song. Obviously that's off of Countdown to Extinction. Then we finished side 1 with Wake Up Dead off of Peace Sells. Sounding great, good chugging. Change up section sounds really good. So all in all, side 1 LP1 was not my favorite part of the performance, but it was pretty good, pretty solid. Then we move on to side 2, start kicking off with In My Darkest Hour, also off of So Far, So Good, So What. Good crowd chanting, good heavy riffs, and probably my favorite performance on side 2 of LP1. And we had Die Dead Enough, also off of The System Has Failed. Love this song on the studio album. Kind of has a James Bond sounding intro to it. It is one of my favorite post-2000 Megadeth songs. Good galloping lead into She-Wolf, which is next, which is off of Cryptic Writings. So they really spread it out. The track listing on this performance was outstanding. I believe there was, we had 4 off of The System Has Failed, 2 off of Peace Sells, 3 off of Rust in Peace, 2 off of Countdown, 2 off of Euthanasia, 2 off of Cryptic Writings, 2 off of So Far, So Good, So What. We had Risk, a song from Risk on here, and some others. Just really good set list. She-Wolf had good guitar solo, crowd singing, humming along, and then it ended up with Reckoning Day, another great song off of Euthanasia. Move on to LP2. I did notice that it sounded a lot better for whatever reason for me, for my LPs. Sounded great. A Tout le Monde. I would say LP2 side 3, the first side of LP2, is one of my favorite parts of the performance. Tout le Monde sounded really good. Great crowd sing along. Moved into Angry Again off of the Greatest Hits album. And then Hangar 18, obviously off of Rust in Peace, which sounded amazing. And that led into Return to Hangar, which is off The World Needs a Hero. So that was an outstanding part of the performance. Moving on to LP2 side 4. I'll Be There off of Risk. Good driving drums to start, a decent performance. Leading into Tornado of Souls off of Rust in Peace, which had a great guitar solo in it. And then moved into Trust, which I really love this performance of Trust off of Cryptic Writings. The drum intro was amazing. It was one of my favorite songs of this show. Really like that performance this performance. Then we go on to LP3 side 5. Starts off with Something That I'm Not off The System Has Failed. Another good performance. And then moved into Kick the Chair. Another one off of System Has Failed. Obviously has a really good riff. And then that led into the Coming Home to Argentina, acoustic guitar song that Dave did. This is only available on this album. And then that ended side 5 of LP3 with Symphony of Destruction, which obviously is off a Countdown to Extinction. It was an outstanding performance, another one of the greats on this album, off this live album. Moved into LP3, side 6, starts off with Peace Sells, another awesome performance, great song, great performance. One of the best, again, of the set, I think. And then it ended up, the last song on here is Holy Wars, Punishment Due off of Rust in Peace. Awesome guitar solo, just a really kick-ass building up to the end of the set. And then they had an acoustic guitar outro. It was recorded, or a taped version that they played at the end of Silent Scorn, at least a part of it. And if you, like I said, if you guys don't have this and you're Megadeth fans, absolutely go get it. Freaking outstanding. Loved it. As far as my ratings on it, presentation, as I showed you, it was really, really good. Color variance is really good, so I'm going to give it around a 4 to 4.5 out of 5 inner sleeves. Sound quality, as I said, I had some issues with the pressings. Nothing that was super detrimental, but it was annoying at times, and I only gave it a 3 for pressing quality. Production, I thought this live album sounded great, at least on 2 of the 3 LPs. Again, I'm not sure why my LP1 didn't sound great, but because of that, I only gave it a 4, which is still outstanding or very good. And then the music, oh man, what a set list. I would have liked a few more of the classics probably, but it's such a good balanced set list. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5, and 5 is basically classic. This was damn near there. If they would have had all 24 songs on it, it probably would have been, or 25, it would have been a classic for sure. So overall, this is a solid 4, maybe even a 4.5. Definitely enjoyed it, glad I picked it up, and hopefully you guys can still get a copy. So overall, I really like this live album by Megadeth, A Night in Buenos Aires. If you guys are Megadeth fans, definitely go pick up a copy. It is amazing. and I can't wait to spin it again. I still have goosebumps. I just got done listening to it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share, and keep those turntables spinning. See ya.